Beautiful country. Man can get lost out here. Forget there's people and things that ain't so simple as this. How long we been riding together, Charlie?
Nigh on 10 years.
Mm-hmm. You know what they call that? Call it a decade.
I always hoped somebody gentle and caring might come along.
I'm not who you think I am, Sue.
My name's Denton Baxter. You know, folks around these parts don't take to free grazers.
Always been country plenty for man and beast.
Times change, Mr. Spearman.
Most time a man will tell you his bad intentions if you listen. Let yourself hear it. You reckon them cows worth getting killed over?
Cows is one thing, but one man telling another man where he can go in this country is something else. The lawman who sat in that jailhouse sort of sneering sticks in my craw.
Whole town knows there's a fight coming. They just hope it don't spill over to them.
Baxter's men bushwhacked our friend, shot him dead. Shot a 16-year-old boy, too, and clubbed him so hard he might not live.
I got no problem with killing bombs. Never have. Men are gonna get killed here today soon. And I'm gonna kill them.
The man's got a right to protect his property and his life. And we ain't letting no rancher or his lawman take either.
I want you to know that if I don't ever see you again, that I meant everything I said to you. And I appreciate everything you said to me.
You should have run when you had the chance, Spearman.
You're the one killed our friend?
That's right.
Get out of this house!
You may not know this, but there's things that gnaw at a man worse than dying.
Open Range is a Western movie that was released on August 15th, 2003. Another Kevin Costner movie that I will have reviewed. Well, is it good or bad? Let's find out. The story follows a cattle crew who has one of its members arrested by the officials of a nearby town. But when the leader and his assistant, Boss Spearman and Charlie Waite, respectively, ask the law about it, they get an extremely fabricated story and demand they release him. But later, some men that are working for the corrupt lawmen of the town beat one member, kill another, and even their dog. Charlie and Boss decide to take arms against the sheriff of the town, Poole and Denton Baxter. Overall, I fucking love this story. Both Charlie and Boss are very likable characters. They may not be the easiest people to be around, but I genuinely believe they are good people. I feel they do have a grasp on when to be sympathetic and when to be tough. That is not always easy to know, especially in this type of life. But I think it is fucking amazing that they do. Boss and Charlie do visit a nurse named Sue Barlow a bunch of times. This is actually very important to the story because Charlie does become fond of Sue, especially when he finds out that she is not married and her male assistant is actually her brother. The love story between Charlie and Sue actually adds a lot more heart to the story. Hell, it even adds more depth. I will explain why now. Charlie is a character that has no problem with killing, and never has. But he does reflect on some of his past actions, and seems to think that he's not a good person. Does he finally develop into a character who refuses to kill? Honestly, I don't really think he does. He doesn't have to either. Because I think when Sue tells him all the good things he does right now, he does eventually come to realize that all the things he did in the past don't really matter. That is good enough character development. It also kind of taps into an angle that many movies like this don't take. It ultimately says that people may have done awful things in their past, but their past actions don't define them as a person. I think what makes it work is that when Sue, instead of being turned off from Charlie when he tells her he is not what she thinks he is, and is no different than the law, she actually still supports him. She also continually expresses that he is really a good man. Right now. She does not deny that he may have done some awful things, but she knows that his current actions were not one of them. It speaks to me because I will admit there were times when I felt my beliefs and actions made me a terrible person, but when I was told by others, no matter who they were, that I was not a terrible person, that was one of the best damn things they could have told me. Hell, it was the best they could have told anyone. By the end of the movie, I actually wanted them to get married, and had no problem in believing that they would. But this is not strictly a fucking love story. This is a Western. That is intriguing enough to get me invested in the whole corrupt sheriff storyline. It also has some damn good writing. I do remember the speech that Boss makes being really good, but the writing is almost on the same level as the speech, which is nice. There is only one action scene in the entire movie, but it is really fucking awesome. It has plenty of gunplay and blood, both of which are shot and edited masterfully. Even though it's one action scene, it is more than fucking satisfying. But after the scene, there is a bit of an extended ending. But there is a really good reason why it's longer. It devotes time to the themes I discussed earlier. Okay, time for the production values. The cinematography is really good. Yeah. The editing and sound are competent. The music is a bit more subdued, but very melodic, which is kind of nice. It is not quite John Williams level, but I'm almost not expecting it to be. Overall, Open Range is a really good movie. It has a great story with protagonists that are really good people and antagonists that are total pricks. That should not be a criteria, but considering many writers get it wrong and people sometimes gloss over that criticism, it is. But it also has good writing and production values. But all of that is capped off with a great action scene and the movie being full of heart. I give Open Range 5 out of 5 stars with the title of Epic. Anyway, I'm Spike Robot. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel and take it easy.
Me and Virginia